Welcome everybody. You're watching the walls of profit, the waves of profit on YouTube or Facebook or wherever it is you happen to see this. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate having you along. I'm your co-host Scott Patton, and www.wavesofprofit.com is where there's a little bit more information if you want. Also, we have a course on Udemy.com, which we're really excited about. We'll put a link to that in the description below for sure. We'll give you a little bit of a discount, and it's a basic what are options, calls, puts, and we're just about halfway through creating our more advanced course, which gets into the Wall Street Genius program, which is the program we show you here. Now, the purposes of this program is to keep it short, to show you 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, number of trades that could have been made today that would have made you 10% in 10 minutes. And joining us as usual is my partner. I was going to say partner in crime, and I thought, oh man, better not say that. You might believe us.
Crime doesn't pay.
Crime doesn't pay, but trading options does.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Alan Maxwell.
Hey, thank you, Scott. And government hates competition. So here we go.
Wait, before you go, Jess gave us watched our review for the 5th of February 2015 and asked a question, and it would help me for a little more clarity on the 10% profit in dollars made that you refer to in each example. It's hard to see actual dollars during your demonstration, and that is by design, Jess. If we don't know your trading style, we don't know whether you've got $1,000 to put into a trade, whether you've got $10,000 to put into a trade. So we use percentages. And what that means is if you put, well, let's just use $1,000. If you put $1,000 into a trade, you can make 10% on that, or $100, less whatever your fees are, in 10 minutes or less. And so that's basically why we talk about percentages, because someone may want to put $10,000 in, which means they could make $1,000 in 10 minutes or less. And it all depends on your goals. If your goal is to replace your income, and your income is $4,000 a month, then you put $10,000 down and you make 10%, that's $1,000. You do that 4 times, and you've paid off everything you need to pay off for the month, and you can take the rest of the month off. If your goal is to make $10,000, then you're going to have to make 10 trades, you work it backwards, putting the money down and making 10%. So that's why we don't get into the details of it. It's put $1,000 into the trade, make 10%. You're making your money. You put 4,000 in, you make 10%, you made $400, and that's kind of how that works.
Yeah, and it's all math. That's the beautiful part. I know some people don't like math. I've met a few people that like that, and anyway, some of them actually decided that they should overcome that and learn math. You don't have to be, we're not doing algebra here, we're not doing trigonometry. 10% is pretty simple, and that's probably the worst part of the math you'll have to do, but it's easy stuff. So, or as they might say in Texas, well, you just line it up and knock a 0 off the butt, and then you've got it.
Exactly.
So,
it's March 24th. What happened?
What happened? Well, we had a bunch of good trades today. I'm going to show you one that was a little too early for most people's comfort, but I'm just going to track it here anyways, just because for some people, they love these kinds of trades. So here it is. It's the second minute has expired in the market. I'm going to hit the buy now on Goog. This is Goog L. The two codes are very similar. Anyway, so hit the buy now, and there's 22%, and the blue star tells us, yeah, you ought to leave, but it's got strong volume. Everything about this is great, and the market's with you. You're done. And if you want to make more money or not, that's up to you. But one of my friends from high school, I taught him trading. He's using the program. He's doing well, and Google was one of his favorite stocks. He's branched out to other ones like Tesla and whatever else, but the reason he liked Google is sometimes it can be pretty dramatic. And so, anyways, that's the first one in 1 minute.
I would say that's pretty dramatic.
Yeah, and you know, it fit all the rules. It was above the 7-day, and we cover all that kind of stuff. But so I'm just going to say sell now because I don't care what it does after that. I got paid. So the next one is Netflix 934. It's the same stuff. You can see it's out of the risk zone. You got a signal. It looks good. The market's in your favor. You got strong volume. Already hit the buy now button. So here's 1 minute. But I want more. Yeah, that's fine. Maybe today. Maybe not. So now it's 8%. That's why I just like give me the 10%, because after that you don't often know. And the blue star, that's usually one of those ones where I say, I'm just going to take that anyways. So I'm going to, no matter what, I'm getting out, at least out of most of my trading position, sometimes all of it. But most of the time I just get out of all of it because I don't care. I got paid. I only came here to get paid. I got paid. I'm gone. So this one here is a little later. This is Celgene. And they, you know, I had to wait till 9:51. So I tagged it there because it's, you know, at the top of that candle. I was looking for confirmation because of all this nonsense beforehand. And it's not in the best position on the 60-day. So I'm a little bit leery of this, but it's good enough, I thought, to get into because the market was with me. The volume is low, so it's not my favorite trade, but I thought it was good enough because the market is with me to go with that. So at this moment. So here's 1 minute. 2 minute. See, this is where I'm like, I don't know. 3 minute. I'm getting ready to hit the exit button. 4 minutes. It's still going higher. 5. But I'm paying for it, you know, in the sense that I'm patiently waiting. There's that business, and it's like, ouch. And then it's like, do I want to hang in? You know, it's still above. It's still looking good. There's 8%, 6%, 12%. This is one of those more agonizing trades, and I would be happy to be getting out, and that was 11 minutes. And on a trade like this, I do not expect this thing to run and run because of where it sits in the 60s. So I'm going to sell that. And the next one to look at for today is BABA. Now, a lot of the market is neutral to up, not strongly though. This stock has been sideways for a long time, and it's near a low for a bunch of days. So I like it. It's below yesterday's low. If this was a strong green market, I would not get it. It's just barely green. So I did, again, it's another one of those, it's not a perfect trade. If I miss my really good trades, I might look at this one. But again, I'll be ready with my trigger finger to get out. So I already hit the buy now on the put. So we're going to go forward 1 minute. So I'm liking it because it's agreeing with me right off. I got the mag line with slope, so I'm still happy. I got 7% with a little bit of pullback. You can say that the market is now moving my way. It's getting more red than green. I don't care. I didn't love this trade. I'm happy to get out 11%. I don't expect this thing to go much further red, so I'm just thanks and I'm done. So for today, we had Goog, which was 22%, and you might have wanted to hang on for more. That's up to you. I was happy to leave. Netflix, that took 3 minutes, and that was 18%. And yeah, I could have got out right there for 10%, but it looked good. And Celgene, that took 11 minutes, and it was a little bit agonizing. Not bad, but it was like dragging its feet. But I knew before it did that that's the kind of trade I was picking up. And that's what the training gives you. And finally, there's BABA, that was going on the downside, made 10% in 3 minutes. And it had a lot of good momentum behind it. And the market wasn't strong, so we could ride that one to the red side, even though it's a bit contrary. And that was it.
Wonderful. So 21%, 18%, 12%, 11% in 10 minutes thereabouts. Well, actually, very short period of time, a couple minutes, and up to 10 minutes. And just to reiterate, what that means is you put a bunch of money into the trade, whatever that amount of money, times it by 21.6%, and that would have been your profit. So if you put $1,000 in, you would have made $216, and that's, so it's up to you to decide how much you want to put in, not up to us when you're trading. The program, as you see it right now, is our replay version. We have two versions. We have a live version. We have a replay version. The reason we have a replay version is it mimics the live, although you can speed it up and you can move forward, you can move back. And we have our rules that we teach. We have our process that we teach. And invariably, because you are human, you are not going to believe us. And you're going to say, you know better. I've been trading for 10 years and I know how this works. Or I've been trading for 10 seconds and I know how this works. It's human nature. It's normal. We get coached and we are coachable up to a certain point, and then we think we know. So rather than thinking you know, going into the market with 1,000 of your hard-earned dollars and losing it, you can do it on the replay. And you can go back a day, you can go back a week, you can go back a month, you can go back a year, you can go back 2 years. I'm not sure how much further back than that you can go. But
5 years.
5 years.
Yeah, here you go. July 6, 2010.
2010. So what that means is you can test out your theories and you can test out our rules anytime you want in the last 5 years, which means you've got times when the market was going up strong, time when the market was going up weak, times when the market was going down strong, time when the market was going down weak. And if your rules only work when your market is going, say, up strong, it's not really a very good rule. So that's why we've done it this way. You need to practice. This is how you can practice safely. And you can practice any time you want. You don't have to have the market open and looking when the market is running from 9:30 till 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You can do it anytime you want. And we've put in the buy sell so that it makes it easy and it more or less simulates what's going on. So you have a theory, you're sure this works, that when it's red and when it's here and when this is there and that is that, it's going to work. Great. Buy it and then see what happens. And then you have the summary and you can say, wow, I did 5 trades based on my rule and I lost 50%. Back to the drawing board, or come back to our rules. Most of our students do really, really well, and then they do really, really bad. And why is that? When we ask them, they say, well, I didn't follow the rules. And you're going to do the same thing. We're just telling you right now that's the way human nature is. And then they follow the rules and they do really well. Okay, so that's sort of our rant for now. www.wavesofprofit.com. You can head over there. You'll find out a little bit more. We're setting up a gallery on a page on the site so that you can just go there and it will have all of these videos. You can click and look on any day you want and it'll play. It's really cool. Unfortunately, it's not working on Chrome right now. The software seems to have a little bit of a glitch, but it's working on Firefox. And we'll let you know when that, well, actually, it's up right now, wavesofprofit.com/gallery. And you can see 15 or 20 past days just like this and get a feel for how the program works. And we also have a link. We will have a link there if we don't have it already when you see this to our course on Udemy so that you can get an understanding, a fundamental understanding of options. And we're working on an advanced course which really takes you through everything you need to know about, not everything there is to know because this is a massive program, but everything you need to know in order to be able to practice, to become competent, to be able to make trades that you're comfortable with. And Alan, last word is to you.
Yeah, it's actually broken down into nice chunks. So although there's a lot in it, as you were saying, you don't have to learn all the pieces. In fact, I don't think anybody does, and it's not necessary. Just find the pieces that work for you, and that's what the training does. And we're here to answer questions. If you find something, go, what is that? It's like, yeah, we'll answer that for you.
Great. So thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.